Live from Mountain View, California, home of LinkedIn Corporation, it's John Wants Answers.
I'm John, and tonight I want answers about Yemen and returning TV shows. There's no stopping us now, because we're live.
John wants answers. John wants answers. Give John answers. Give John answers. John wants answers. John wants answers. Give John answers now.
Check your calendar. If it says May 14th, 2015, then we're live. Hey,
What's with the announcer?
I don't know. That voice came out of nowhere.
That was creepy.
Like
That was
we
creepy.
were sitting outside here with a bunch of balloons.
Yeah.
Nice, lovely California day.
It's nice how it waves in the wind every once in a while.
Yeah. And then this voice, I think from, you see behind the tree over there.
I'm assuming it's out in the parking lot somewhere.
Yeah. This voice came out of nowhere. Hey, it's May. Maybe we should talk about May Day instead of returning TV shows.
Well, you know what you do on May Day?
You complain about people who make money and move you out of your house.
No. That's
No?
not what I did on May Day.
Oh, what do you do on May Day?
When you get older, I'll tell you.
Okay. In Canada, May Day is when the taxes are due. We get 2 weeks more in Canada.
Okay.
So like actually April 30th they're due. So May 1st you're like May Day.
Is that why it's called that?
Yes.
No, it's not.
My guest tonight is Keith Stattenfield. He's the host of Keith Explains, also on KMVT. Wednesday nights, 8:30.
Wednesday night, 8:30.
Yes. He's on my show tonight because he is a news junkie,
Yes.
history buff,
Yes.
and what can I say about you this time? He's a man with a prostate.
I am. I do. I have exactly one.
So you had a show last week,
We did.
and the studio is closed.
Studio is closed.
So you did a live show just like
we
me.
did a live show just like you.
Live show. We
Put the entire thing on Periscope. Got 3 people watched.
did you like make a show out of what came out of it?
I'm working on it.
Okay.
There's some issues with the audio.
So I asked you before the taping last week,
Yes.
like, hey, have you made any new shows?
Yes.
And you said, like, I just uploaded one.
I did.
I'm trying to be a fan
Yes.
of Keith
Yeah,
Explains,
yeah.
but it's hard.
It's hard.
I went to my RSS feed.
Yeah, it's dead. It's gone.
dead. It's gone.
It's a problem.
I went to KeithExplains.com.
It's not there yet.
Last show was 2013 was the last show you put up there.
Because they used to be linked off Blip TV, but then Blip TV, they shut me down.
Yeah, me down too.
Yeah.
Where can I see your show?
Well, you could have seen it last night at 8:30.
Oh,
And
on
now,
the
now
station?
that it is played on KMVT, I can upload it to the website.
But you haven't uploaded a show in 2 years.
No. I uploaded the show a week ago, but it didn't play last Wednesday.
No, but where do I go to watch it?
No. Now I'm going to upload it to Keith Explains.
But you haven't been doing that.
But now I can. See, I couldn't upload.
You haven't uploaded a show for 2 years to Keith Explains.
I
Is that
haven't.
correct?
No, because they used to be pulled off of Blip TV.
Oh.
And then Blip TV shut me down.
So finally, for the first time.
So now I got to go back. I got to
you're
fix
gonna-
Keith Explains.
Okay.
I got a server in my house. I'm restaging the website. It's very complicated, people. It's very complicated. I thought of hiring a guy to do it for me, and then I went, no, I'm too cheap for that.
If you've never seen the show before, this is like courtroom drama. I'm the prosecutor. My guest is expert witness.
Yes.
And you at home are the jury. It's your job to convict.
Courtrooms don't have
or
announcers.
acquit.
Courtrooms don't have announcers.
No, that was our bailiff. He's like, all rise for the honorable. Oh, I should next time.
Yeah.
All rise for the honorable John.
You'll have to wear a long black dress.
Yeah. So yeah, we have a bailiff tonight. We need to do work on more things to make this show more
Palatable, more
courtroomy.
palatable to the American public.
More courtroomy. Because
Courtroom.
I claim it's courtroom drama.
If you were going to do things for this show, I would suggest you focus on making it more palatable to the American public.
Oh, this show, people are going to love this show. Americans will love the show. People from Uzbekistan, not so much.
I have seen the list of topics, and I disagree.
We'll be taking your tweets. We're live, so we can take your tweets. You can tweet us during the show at John Wants Answer. There's no S on the end.
Or on
'cause S is
Periscope.
for
You
suck.
can tweet on Periscope.
We're not going to read the Periscope comments. They go by too fast. Like, I don't think everyone's even watching me anymore on this
I don't
Periscope.
think they are.
No.
And plus, it's just you.
If you don't like Twitter, you can contact us from johnwantsanswers.com.
Yeah.
It's on your screen there. Click on the contact page and send us an email, and we'll read it and talk about it. You know, shows can't be done here unless someone pays the man.
Yeah.
So we couldn't do the show unless you had a guy to pay the man.
Yeah.
And we're happy to say tonight, to pay the man, Brian Westphal.
Fall.
Brian Westphal. We couldn't do the show without him.
We could. We just need a different guy.
Well, yeah. We need a guy.
We've had a different person before, and
yeah.
I thought this Brian Westphal was dead because he just dropped off the map for a while.
Sometimes when I complain, I say he's dead to me.
Yeah.
You might have misunderstood.
Oh.
Like that Brian, he's dead to me.
But he was gone for like 6 months, right?
Well, no, not 6 months. The other one.
Yeah.
That Lisa chick.
Yeah.
Hasn't been here forever and forever.
Wow. Maybe she's in jail.
Oh, no, I saw her recently. She's not dead.
Okay.
Just doesn't like the show very much anymore.
Yeah.
Not her thing.
Yeah, well.
It's not palatable.
It's not a courtroom drama.
That might be it. The opinions stated here are my own and not necessarily those of my company.
Or mine.
Speaking of Google, I saw a self-driving car on the way here. A self-driving Google car.
Yeah?
And I was all excited. Like I was stopped at a red light.
Yeah.
The Google driving car was stopped at another red light.
Can you talk about unannounced products?
To the right. And then it got a green and it started turning, and I was sad that there's some guy turning the wheel.
Oh.
I was all excited, like, I'm going to watch this car just by itself turn. But no.
So what you saw was a Google not self-driving car.
Yes. It was
so a shorter
a
way to
Google
say
car.
that is you saw a car.
I saw a Google car, yeah. And I saw like the street map, the street view car has been hanging around my house like 2 mornings in a row in the exact same spot. I saw it just sitting there at the end of my street. They're planning some big...
Are you sure it's a street view car? I mean,
now you got me worried.
Yeah.
A little bit.
Didn't you live across the street from a unreputable drug house for a number of years?
I've only seen arrests happen there twice.
Only twice.
And I'm only home, weekends. So
Yeah.
Yeah. So our first topic, Yemen.
I guess the piano guy's gone. Maybe he went. Maybe
Did the
he flew south for
announcers
spring.
get rid of? Maybe the announcer got rid of the piano guy. Oh well. Well, there he is. Wow. Yeah, I think he's right behind the balloons over there. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Piano guy apparently was bored to sleep by the lack of courtroom drama antics.
Yes. So here is what I know about Yemen.
Go on.
There's an episode of Friends where Chandler Bing was trying to get away from Janice.
Yes. Because of the voice.
The voice is terrible. So he's like, I'm moving away. Like, where are you going, Chandler? I'm going to Yemen. Like, he just some name off the top of his head. And I thought this was a made-up word. So I had to look up Yemen.
Yes.
And so I found out it's in the Middle East. So he went there to solve the energy crisis.
It's in the Arabian Peninsula, yeah.
That's the first time I heard of Yemen.
Okay.
Second time,
Do you not have geography classes in Canada?
they focus on Canada.
Wow.
I can tell you where Alberta is.
Okay.
Baffin Bay, Baffin Island,
Okay.
Nunavut.
See, when I took geography, we had to write the name of every country in the world on maps over the year.
I swear,
And
every
they were on
time
quizzes.
I am old, I look at a map today, like Africa probably, and I'll still see countries I have never remember seeing in my life before. Like I've never heard of that country before, and there
I
it
don't
is.
see how that means you're old. I mean,
I'm just saying I had a lot of time.
in my
to learn
case,
these.
I'm old because some of the countries I remember aren't there anymore.
Well, me too.
Or now they have new names.
Like
or
Czechoslovakia.
all the borders are different. Like
Now,
Czechoslovakia.
Czechoslovakia.
Yeah, it's gone.
When you were a boy, Yemen was 2 countries.
Yes.
There you go. Second time I heard of Yemen was when USS Cole got a big
USS Cole.
hole put into it.
Yes.
A big bomb went off by Al
Outside
Qaeda.
of Yemen.
The first Al Qaeda. Well, I guess not the first. Their big pre 9/11 Al Qaeda.
Pre-9/11.
Put a big hole in that ship.
Like a sophomore Al Qaeda.
Kind
Like,
of, yeah. So now I'm hearing about Yemen in the news, and all I hear is that there's fighting with Saudi Arabia, Iran is there, and the United States is there fighting Iran and Yemen, while at the same time we're negotiating peace treaties
It's crazy.
for other things.
Utterly crazy.
So tell me, what's going on?
I mean, largely, we are kind of fighting a proxy war with Iran in Yemen.
That sounds just like the time
just
we
like
were in Korea. No, Vietnam.
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 Yeah,
Yeah.
kind of. Yeah.
So we can't fight Iran directly because that would be a disaster.
It would not. Yeah, I don't think it would work well.
So we're just hanging out with the Yemens, who bombed our USS Cole, and helping them fight Saudi Arabia because they're our friends too.
Well, not really. I mean, Yemen is adjacent to Saudi Arabia.
Yes.
Saudi Arabia would prefer that Yemen not dissolve into political crisis,
Okay.
because then you got a bunch of rebels next door, and they
Yeah.
could come over the border, and eventually Saudi Arabia might have
Have rebels.
rebels.
Yeah.
Iran would prefer to increase its influence in the Middle East. I mean, it already, is. There are a lot of essentially sympathizers with Iran and Iraq, right? I mean, Iraq is in a sense two tribes, the Sunnis and the Shia, that don't terribly agree with each other on many things, and they conflict.
Okay.
Yemen is the same way.
They have two
there's
tribes?
Sunnis, there's Shias, there's some others, and they are in conflict with each other, much in
Okay.
the same way that tribes in many places have conflicts.
So Yemen is kind of dissolving to a bit of a civil war, kind of.
Yes,
Yeah.
that'd be another way to. I mean, that'd be a reasonable way to think of it.
Uh huh. Okay.
And for many years, Saudi Arabia has essentially been supporting Yemen by giving money to government, because Yemen is not a rich country; it doesn't have oil.
They don't have the oil like everybody else does.
They're kind of a desert country, and they mostly have agriculture, and that
I saw a
doesn't
picture. It
work
looked
that
very
well.
mountainous.
There are a lot of mountains as well.
Uh huh.
It's hard to farm on mountains, and the
Right.
flat parts kind of hot and sandy.
So you can't grow nothing, and you can't.
Well, you can't grow stuff, but you're not going to do great
Right.
if your primary industry is agriculture. And so there's a bunch of pretty poor people that don't terribly like the elite that are running the country.
Okay.
And the elite are getting money from Saudi Arabia. They used to be getting money from Russia, and China was throwing money at them for a while,
Wow.
back in the 40s and 50s and 60s. And it, they set up a constitution 15-ish years ago where they were going to try and start democratically electing a president. And they elected a president, and he served a 7-year term, whatever it was. He got elected to another 7-year term, both times won with like 95% of the vote,
That
because
sounds appropriate.
that's how it worked.
Yeah.
And then he started making noises about how we should change the Constitution to get rid of this 2-term limit thing for presidents.
He kind of
Because
wants
he
to be
wanted
president.
to keep being
all the
president,
time.
and then that didn't
Yeah.
go very well. And then he was trying to get his son elected president, and eventually things got kind of bad, and so they tried to appoint someone else as president that was not his son and not in his family, but certainly sympathetic to everything.
Okay.
And it just it didn't help with the issues Yemen was having. And now the people kind of in the southwestern part have essentially had a coup. They've taken over the capital. The newly appointed president had to flee the capital to elsewhere, and then he resigned, and the prime minister stepped down. Then he unresigned because he said, I didn't really mean to resign as president, and now there are 2 competing groups that each claim to be the legitimate government of Yemen.
Wow. Things are in chaos.
And, yeah, things are chaotic.
Okay.
Al-Qaeda has a pretty significant hold in the country.
They're the ones who blew up the boat.
Yes, in a sense, because, I mean, the country for a long time has been fairly corrupt, which is not, when you're run as kind of an autocratic state, corruption kind of comes with it. And people don't like living in corrupt places, and so they try to overthrow the government. And
So now, what is Saudi Arabia doing about this?
well, I mean, Saudi Arabia is, I'm sure they're sending more money to Yemen, to the side that they want, to try to provide services and convince people that you should be on our side and not that side. I don't know if they have troops in
But there's
Yemen.
I thought there's been fighting, hasn't there?
I mean, there has been fighting. How explicitly Saudi Arabia is behind it, I don't know.
I heard there was a ceasefire. Everyone's saying, "Oh, thank you, Saudi Arabia, for the ceasefire." So we can
Well, I
get
think they
humanitarian
negotiated the
aid in."
ceasefire. I don't think
Oh.
they were
Okay,
on
they
one
were-
side or the other side. I think they were trying to negotiate a ceasefire between the, 3 or 4 different groups that are all jockeying.
Now, does Iran have any troops in there?
I don't think Iran. I don't think they have any explicit troops there either. But it's a little hard to say. And they're certainly providing materials. There are ships coming from different countries that are being
they're-
blockaded by other countries till you can make sure that they're only carrying humanitarian supplies.
In the U.S., we don't have. Do we have any troops?
I don't think we have any troops on the ground there
Do we have any boats
officially.
hanging around
We have a bunch of boats
Yeah.
up and down the whole.
the whole area. Wow.
Yeah.
So what's going to happen?
Yeah, it's a good thing Chandler didn't go there.
Well, that was back in the 90s
Yeah, I think it
when
was.
he was solving the energy crisis.
Was he? Did he?
I think he was going to come back when he found a new source of energy for fuel or something.
Oh, it's too bad he didn't go then, because that would have been handy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't think he was an engineer. He was
I
just
didn't
some
either.
pencil
I
pusher,
actually have
right?
no idea what Chandler Bing did.
No one
wasn't
did.
That,
That was
wasn't
like
that
a
part of the
joke.
thing of the show?
Yeah.
Like that
He worked in an office, and no one really knew what he did.
Yeah,
Yeah.
kind of like us.
Now, I know what I do. People know what we do.
No, you've told me what you do.
We
and
program
I
computers.
still, it occurs to me that we stopped needing to do that like 15
You
years
make
ago.
the icon bounce, and it's been
No,
doing
I
that
tell
for a
the
long
guy.
time.
I tell the
oh
guy.
no, you tell the guy to bounce,
Yeah.
and you tell him to stop bouncing.
Yes.
Okay, so there. That was done a long time ago.
We need to change the bounce rate.
All right. Well, we have to stop for a break. When we come back, we'll have the weather, and then we'll take your tweets.
Is there anything you want me to tell John?
Okay. What's the balloon arch for? I mean, it's like a
I
holiday.
don't know. We just came to work
Like a
today,
celebration?
and there was like all these balloons are here.
Wow.
I don't understand.
Like you didn't get a memo
it
or
might have
anything?
been
Hey, John.
yes.
For the first half of the show, the backgrounds for cameras 1 and 3 weren't working. So, but they finally got it working.
They found the button.
So you're gonna get the weather working.
Is the cat out of the bag? Do people think we're not really in front of those balloons?
Oh, I don't know. But anyways, do you want me to take this?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. Please do. Because that's been bugging me.
Oh, there's a bunch
You got any
of
tweets? You got any tweets?
yeah.
Man.
I got emails with the tweets too, so this is handy. I can look at everything at one place.
Do you want?
Wow. He retweeted
Well, this is not
your
a tweet. It's a
That's
retweet.
not a tweet. That's a retweet.
That's a retweet. Alexander.
count retweets.
Got me all excited. Oh, now he's just commenting about. He's just tweeting himself in general. He's not tweeting to me. We could do that. Hey, whoa! Not so loud, man. Let me turn that down a little bit here. Okay. Whoa.
There was a bug. There was a bug, and I was.
Oh, it's behind Keith's head.
Some of these tweets are just silly.
Really? Have you
We're-
never been on
these are
Twitter
not-
before?
These are not serious sounding tweets.
No. I guess you have never been on Twitter before, is what I'm hearing.
All right, we're going back live in 5, 4, 3, 2.
And we're back. And tonight we're going to take a look at the weather. Well, it's been a wet day here in the Bay Area. So we're here in Mountain View. We had some rain. You can see we had a raindrop there. Sorry, that's Mountain View right here.
Yeah.
Palo Alto, we had some rain.
Palo Alto.
If you go to Newark,
Newark.
there's some rain over there. And then look over here. We had some rain at the Half Moon Bay.
Here's the thing, we had rain everywhere.
And
I don't know
there's-
why you put like 5 raindrops on that map.
And some rain down here. So that was today. It was very rainy, very rare for California,
It was bike to work in the rain day.
right?
Yeah.
And
Did
we
you
have
bike to work?
I did not ride back to work.
You should have.
I should. Well, it's too far.
Why do you hate this planet?
It's very far for me to bike to work.
It's what?
We have a 5-day forecast.
28 miles?
In fact, we have the 60-day forecast. It's going to be sunny.
It's going to be sunny.
It's going to be sunny
Yeah.
from now on.
Well, occasionally it might be a little cloudy. But after that, it'll be sunny again.
Okay. We're going to take your tweets now. We have tweets to give, to take, to read.
You ever see that movie L.A. Story?
Yes, he took a car across the street.
What? Well, yes, he did.
Yeah. Is that
I was going to point out that his job is a meteorologist.
Oh, really?
And
Okay.
he pre-tapes the weather for a week,
Yeah.
which causes the emotional finale when there's a freak rainstorm. And so he gets fired because they notice that he pre-taped the weather for a week.
Anyone who's been to California very long.
No, you can generally pre-tape the weather for a week.
Between April and September, you could just say,
gonna be
weather
sunny.
tomorrow, just like today.
Just like today.
Yeah. Very. Okay, tweets.
Tweets. Did we get any tweets?
I was bragging about us being live on the internet. That's
Yes.
2 tweets from me. Keith Explains says live on Periscope.
I did
And
that.
that's in the past now. You're not on Periscope anymore.
No, I pointed them to the live stream on the website.
They did? Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Oh, good job.
yeah.
Good job. And then Scott Canister,
Canister.
Canister?
Canister.
or Naster. Scott Naster.
Got nasty?
Is Apple Watch made in Yemen? I'm going to say
I don't
no.
think it is. I don't think it is.
Why or why not? They don't have the factories or the skills or electricity.
I think they have electricity.
They have electricity?
Yeah,
From the pictures I saw, you'd be surprised.
but they're made by elves in a tree, I believe.
Is Yemen a mispronunciation of lemon?
No.
I'm saying you could mispronounce lemon and say Yemen. I mean, it is a mispronunciation of lemon. If you say Yemen when you mean lemon, you mispronounced it.
Isn't that true of any word whatsoever?
Yes. If you said pencil, is a mispronunciation of Yemen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's
It's not a terribly
always true.
useful.
no. Does Yemen version of 30 Rock have a character named Yiz Yemen?
Oh, wait,
I
wait.
don't think-
that first question was a setup for that second question.
You think so?
Yeah, that's my guess.
Yiz Yemen. I heard as of 2008 they've made their second movie in Yemen. So I can't imagine they're up to like 30 Rock standards by now. Could Yemen possibly invade the U.S. or Canada? Well, I mean, they could.
Possibly.
What's what invade means? Like they could step foot in Canada, and we'd be like, "Hey, how's it going, eh?" And
Now you're a citizen, eh?
and before we know they're like invading, we'll be like happy, and nice to them. We'll be very hospitable to them.
Yes.
And then they pull out their, piece of wood with a nail on, and we'll be like, "Hey, you shouldn't be waving that around here.
Yeah.
You could hurt somebody."
You might put on an eye,
And so we might stop them. So
but very politely. But very
they would
politely.
arrive. Yemenis would arrive in Canada, but not invade. Or the same for U.S. I'm going to say. There's an HBO ad next. We're going to skip that. I have learned a lot about Yemen tonight. That is not true. I find that hard to believe. You can't
Well,
believe
again, if you know very little about Yemen, then even the
Then you're
it's not
still
pronounced
not
like
ahead.
lemon counts as having learned something.
I don't think he learned that. He's the one who proposed that idea in the first place.
Wow.
It's not like he learned that from me. He's like,
You should
Kinda
talk
telling me
about
that.
Yemen?
okay, should we do spelling bee or Keith and John get it on? I think we're out of time for. Oh no, that's one thing. Or returning TV shows. We have
I didn't know it was that kind of show.
4 minutes. We are going to do the spelling bee.
Okay.
Okay. So we have a bailiff coming up, and here's I have a pencil for you. Now he's going to.
I brought a pen.
Our bailiff is going to say a word
Yes.
at random from the dictionary. We're both going to write it
Spell
on
it.
these index papers, and then they're going to be graded.
Okay.
Okay.
No pressure.
John,
I know that word, John.
your word is.
Wait, we have different words?
Oh, you want the same word?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
It's not a spelling bee then.
Your word is degeneracy.
Can you use it in a sentence?
The word I gave you is degeneracy.
What's the country of origin?
Degeneracy is a noun from degenerate,
It's from
which is from the next definition below it in the dictionary.
Okay.
Nounsville.
So I have written down an
Okay,
answer.
spell it. Now spell it.
Wait, we need an independent verifier.
I think we can verify it.
Okay.
You want the correct spelling?
Yes.
D-E-G-E-N. Oh, wrong already?
Yeah,
I'm
John's,
wrong.
yeah.
I'm
John's
wrong,
dig and pressy.
Degeneracy.
Oh,
Degeneracy.
he's wrong too.
Degeneracy.
Okay.
Okay.
No points.
So-
No points. No points.
Next word.
Dig. Okay.
Yeah,
go
I
on.
didn't-
Go on.
Next word. Photo engraving.
Oh, this is easy.
Photo engraving.
Just how it sounds, right?
Well, it's always just how it sounds.
Okay. We have the same. We have the same.
We're spelled the
answer.
same. PHOTOENGRAVING.
That is correct.
Yeah.
Okay.
Your next word. Patronymic. A name derived from the name of one's father or paternal ancestor, usually by the addition of a prefix or suffix.
Okay. Okay.
Ready?
Uh-huh.
Patronymic.
I win! I win!
John got it. Okay.
Woohoo!
Okay.
Okay,
Another one.
1-0. We got time for a couple more here. I'm
I'm using
Okay.
the other side of the paper.
Yeah,
Because I care about this planet.
yeah, I'm doing that too now.
Your next word is hydrocephalus. Abnormal increase in the amount of fluid in the cranial cavity.
I must have had one of those. I
Can you
think.
repeat it again?
Hydrocephalus.
I think I had one of these once before.
Is that cheating?
No, it's not cheating.
Okay.
I lived a long life.
Hydrocephalus. Both wrong?
Both wrong.
Both wrong. But I was more correct.
Well, I don't know.
For what it's worth out there, people, I was more correct.
Your mistake was later in the word, but it was a disaster at the end of the word.
Oh, well.
Okay, next word. Episcopate.
Can you use it
In
in a
sen-
sentence that isn't the word I have given you is episcopate?
Well, I'll give you the definition.
Okay.
It's the rank, office, or term of bishop. Episcopate.
Okay, I'm sure I have this one.
Okay.
Episcopate.
No,
both
both
wrong.
wrong. Okay, this is very
Okay, go on. Go on.
exciting.
Next
to me.
one.
Okay,
The last one.
This is gripping television.
This is the last one.
This is the only thing on KMVT right now.
Okay, next word. Glossolalia. It means chatter.
Well, yes. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I knew that.
Can you say it again?
Glossolalia. Glossolalia.
Okay. Go ahead.
That's just one.
Glossolalia.
Woo! Woo! I win. 2-0. That's our show. Our next episode is June 11th. Stay tuned for Atlas of Thoughts on Hizmet. What the heck is that show? Followed by What the Bleep. Hey, Jim, that's your show. Am I in this week's episode?
Who knows?
Oh.
It's repeats.
All right.
Hey, Jim. What's that first show?
I have no idea.
We should watch. We should watch. Turn it on.
Yeah.
Turn it on.
I'm gonna watch that show after this.
Start it early, and we can do like a. We could just keep going, and do like a Mystery Science Theater thing.
Oh, that'd be awesome. All right, high five. Good show.
I don't think all the people in the credits actually worked out.